Hey yo, what's going on? It's your boy Man in the Wild. Just looking at looking at this Malcolm X assassination, right? And because I had looked up I had did a numbers video about the date of his death, and then I looked at this this article or website. And so I go to it, go to check it out, and they're trying to, just simply discuss his murder and who could have potentially did it and all that other shit. Cause yo, Farrakhan clear as day said that they dealt with that nigga, man. And let me first let me say that I think all of it is some bullshit, right? The character Malcolm X is some bullshit. Farrakhan character some bullshit. Elijah, all of them cats within the notion, you know, like complete frauds and what is it? Basically the black gatekeepers, right? And so, but he's saying that the nation dealt with a traitor, how the nation deals with a traitor, right? So I mean, you clear as day saying that y'all motherfucking, that's what y'all did. But then now here you go on your website trying to blame FBI, COINTELPRO, even though, all the organizations are connected. So, they go through it a little bit. They talk about some shit, but they got these articles. So I go ahead and check out, the actual article. So I see the date of it is 1969, and, he was killed in 65. All right. So any type of document that's bringing up Malcolm X Little, right, after his death, it's like, I mean, how is this relevant? How is this relevant? And I mean, even if you go through I'll keep it up long enough. I mean, you're not really looking at any type of detail as to what they could have potentially did or how it goes. They're just talking about, factional disputes have been developed, the most notable being Malcolm X Little. Like, what are you even talking about, really? You're just talking about the nation being a problem. Right? Just talking about how you going through certain shit, to try to discredit them and all of that. Like, that's all you're really talking about in this document. Okay? And so, so I keep going, and now here they go. They want to set the record straight. All right. So, in trying to set this record straight here with Malcolm X assassination and all of that, you got this FBI document written 4 years after his death. All right, just mentioning him, right? And then so here you go with this other article. They had a bunch of other stuff, but a couple of it is within this article. All right, so this is something that was said by somebody, some Jewish cat in 1972, well after Malcolm's assassination. This one here, let me see, operated COINTELPRO against. Despite these efforts, he continues unchallenged in leadership. Remain unaffected. This is in 68. Okay, so 3 years after. So they're just talking about this COINTELPRO shit, counterintelligence and all that other type. Like, yo, the notion is the intelligence for the government. Period. They are the intelligence gatherers, man. Because as it stands, shit, Luis, that cat has been, he's been around too much. Said too many things around too many cameras and all of that, to really be taken seriously by anybody like me. Because when you tell the truth, man, they shut you the fuck down. They're not going to give you a platform to speak against them. They're just not going to do it. And if you do speak against them on their platform, with some heavy pushing, you understand, you can only go so far with the truth. You can only commentate what they've already given us. You know, because I mean, look at your cat RZA Islam. That nigga commentates, man. All he does is speak about what's already been published, you know, put a little anger behind the shit, maybe give a couple of revolutionary type of thoughts, you know, but I mean, you spinning your wheels whenever you're, you know, trying to be a black nationalist or have any type of black shit on your mind, you know, because black was invented and created to be nothing. You know, because I done said it in plenty of videos, you know, shit, it's a black hole, shit disappears, man. You sell in the black market, you get locked up for it. They try to lock you up. You know, blacklisted, blackball, you can't get in. They don't invite you. Blackmail. You're threatening somebody on some, you know, on some sneaky type shit that's not cool. You know, so anything associated with the word black is some, I mean, it's set up to not be anything good. You know, so if anybody who, you know, has any type of major platform and is pushing you to live within that shit in a cool way or try to be as cool as possible with it, man, they full of shit. You know, and that's what these motherfuckers do. Because look, they got a damn movie on Lifetime with this damn Betty and Coretta. You know, and this is hilarious to me. It says a film called Betty and Coretta, which aired a few weeks ago on Lifetime cable network, is a diabolical effort to deceive the public. Like, yo. Oh, man, it's just funny to me when the deceivers try to call out deceivers, man. That shit is just, I mean, it's extremely laughable, man. It's sickening, you know, but you gotta laugh the shit off because you know, what kind of way are you gonna direct your anger, you know, whenever these people, this network, you know, is, you know, it's one of them ones where if you're angry, nothing's gonna get better. You know, nothing's gonna get better. Be pissed off nonetheless, man, because what they give you is some complete bullshit. You know, the people that speak it are on some complete bullshit, you know, directed to them. You know, directed to them. Because, man, this shit, man, when you see all of these, what is it? What do you want to call it? When you see all of these people that defend, you know, these type of actions and all of that. Because, I mean, Malcolm was clearly a deceiver. You know, the motherfucker wore a mask. And I think I'm going to do a video on my on one of my other channels about, because I got this screen grab of a few different pictures of Malcolm X. And, yo, the motherfuckers look different. Each of them. It was a picture of like 4 of them, I think. And maybe 1 or 2 of them may have been the same dude, but the other 2 was definitely the fuck not him. Period. You know, anytime he gave interviews, he was reading off of the teleprompter, man. The same teleprompter that these motherfucking cameras is used. Like, the camera people is the ones he's supposed to be speaking against. Get the entire fuck out of here. But all you're going to see is bullshit in defense of whatever it is that they do. You understand? Period. Like J. Edgar Hoover and all of this. Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't know if it came across it yet, talking about he was a Shriner. Shit, y'all motherfuckers' sign is the Shriner sign, man. What the brothers say, they stole that from us. Like, man, I don't give a fuck. Y'all are completely in line with each other, man. You know, from the way y'all stand, from the way the hand signs y'all use, from the way y'all dress, from the way you adorn your backdrops and all of that shit. You know, y'all are the same people. Yeah, it's a Masonic Shriner. Masonic Shriners are Christian and Jew white men who occupy, like, yo. When you got the same sign as somebody, right? When you got the same sign as somebody, the same exact fucking hat as somebody, you know, what makes you think that you came from a different brain? Seriously, what? You know, especially when you're on such opposite ends of a spectrum. Like, yo, miss me with that bullshit. Here you go. Let's see. Messiah was born. Type the way he did. So yeah, man. Now, like this, you know, as you read through it, you know, if you decide, you know, to pause it, you know, read through, you know, what they got to say about, you know, clearing the air, because I mean, this shit is supposed to be explaining some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be explaining some shit, but all you're doing is, you know, talking about basically, you know, some papers and shit that was written after the fact. You know, hold on, let me see what that say right there. And of course, it would be something that we need to remember on February 14th. Yeah, they organized all of that, huh? Yeah, see, and that right there, because like, why? Like, there's no way that anybody with any type of sound logic can sit there and say that, you know, a document written 4 years after somebody's death explains what happened to them, or any type of, you know, should have any significance, really. You know, like, all they talked about in that document, man, was just the fact that they don't like the nation, you know, and, you know, where the direction that they go and all that type of shit, you know, and this is one of the troublemakers. Oh my God, you talking about the shit 4 years later, though. You know, it's not like you saying you dealt with the motherfucker. You know, we X'd out the problem. You know, we got rid of the troublemaker and get rid of the next ones or anything like that. Like, nah. Nah, because you see they ain't get rid of nobody else. You know, because first off, it was black folks that killed them, because the nation don't kill white people. They don't fuck with white people. They only kill black people, right? So the nation ended up in the one killing them, all right? Whether it was FBI that got, you know, what do you want to call it, infiltrated them and got them to do that shit, I don't give a fuck. The nation killed this man, you know? And so, so what is it? All the leaders after that, right, either were some straight puppets from the fucking beginning, right? Or they fell in line because they ain't want to get killed too. You know, which is some bullshit, because Luis says the same type of shit that Malcolm was saying. And what's fucked up, he's saying exactly the same shit that he was saying, because he's still talking about police brutality. You know, because if you was on anything real, shit, you sitting there talking about police brutality back in the 60s. All right. So if you was upon something real, you know, there would be a resolution to the shit by now. Period. It would be a whole resolution to the police brutality going on against black folks in America. You know? But since that's the plan, right, and it's some bullshit, and the people that they got put in front of you, you know, do nothing but conform with the bullshit, you know, you get this dumbass reality. You know, you get to, you know, exist in a place that, you know, wants to see you as a slave. You know, and that's fair skin, you know, light skin, dark skin, you know, any type of skin tone, you know, that doesn't walk around elite. That's what they want for you. You know, especially like if you, you know, smack their hand away in some capacity, you know, they definitely want you to be on underneath somebody's shoe. You know, and the best way to put people underneath their shoe, you know, the best way to make motherfuckers under their control, you know, is to create every aspect of the situation. Every aspect. There's nothing that's, you know, not under their control. You know, and not to say that, you know, that they're so grand and they're so this and they're so that, but I mean, facts are facts. You know, facts are facts. And I mean, the conditioning game is, I mean, it's not something that just came about. You know, all of this shit is something that's been worked on for I mean, generations. You know, and guarantee each motherfucker that comes up, the next one to come up, don't want to be the one to drop the ball. You know, so, you know, they make sure that anybody that's put in front of you, right, anybody who's talked about, namely this, like this type of cat, look, they hope they can assassinate Minister Louis, divinely guided man and divinely protected, completely innocent. Malcolm X is saying, like, get the fuck out of here, man. The best thing that could have happened for him was to get rid of Malcolm. You know, and like I said, you seen that video I did. I don't know if I re-uploaded it. I'm gonna try to find it, but man, shit, he was proud of that shit. You know, he was proud of those men that did that shit. You know, talking about they were strong men. You know, to just walk up and do what they did type shit. Man, they're not gonna kill Luis, man. Man, Luis has done too much for them. Of course he's protected. Divinely protected. You know what I'm saying? You seen one of his damn, you seen one of his security guards with that damn Freemason bow tie? Like, he's a very protected man. Oh, man. Yeah, you know what? Man, I know you said the shit for something different, Dimitri. But I'm going to say it like this, man. Black America must not allow itself to be deceived today. For this indeed is the day where the truth, the facts, shall make all free. Yo, you don't understand how liberating this truth is, man, once you actually, you know, try to understand this shit if you haven't yet. You know, because trust me, the ones that do feel this truth and understand this shit, man, I swear, man, like the lens of life is so much clearer. I swear it is. You know, and if you lived your life as a black man, black woman this whole time, man, you know, understanding that these black hero puppets and all this type of shit's been put in front of you, man, they're all full of shit. The stories they gave you are some bullshit. The direction they want you to go, you know, is knee deep in some shit. So, man, cut that conditioning the fuck off, man. So yeah, y'all nation Islam trying to explain away this Malcolm X shit, man. Y'all ain't do nothing but cause more confusion, man. Y'all bullshit is confirmed, y'all.